One of the biggest mistakes that we do as humans is to mistake what it is that we want with what it is that we actually need. And this can cause so much suffering for a person. Because you have a thing called the ego, which is your mind, right? Which is a big part of who you are during this lifetime. But when the ego is the one that is in control, that is put in the forefront of the driver's seat instead of the soul and the authentic part of who you truly are deep down, source, then that is going to be reflected in you perhaps believing that I need a relationship. That's what I need. I need achievements. I need success. I need to calculate these people's next moves so that they don't see that I have a low sense of self-worth that I don't know how to deal with. I need to be a people pleaser. It's so easy to get lost in the ego when the ego is what you think through and what you think is needed to satisfy in order to get what it is that you actually need on a deep level. And this is something that I've been doing most of my life until I learned to recognize that all of these things that was creating suffering for me in my life, all of the attachments that I had, came as a result of the disconnect that I had from the deep essence of who I am, from source. You see, the ego is always going to be a part of who you are. But when the ego thinks that it is what is important here, and that it is what is going to be satisfied at all times, then you lose touch with the fact that there is a deeper part of you that exists within the heart, a deeper essence of who you are, that needs to be seen, that needs to be heard, that needs to be in the forefront of how you run your life. That is what we need. The thing, however, is that living from this very vulnerable state of who you truly and authentically are is something that can be challenging, to say the least, especially as we are growing up, because being in this vulnerable state of experiencing reality from the present moment as it is, without distractions, means that you are going to be very aware, acutely aware of all the things that is going on within this space. You're going to be aware of your energy, of your emotional state. They are the same thing here. And sometimes when you are, for example, in a family where you are not fully respected, not fully accepted as you're perhaps making a mistake, let's say that you make a fucking mistake within your family, and instead of listening to you as you apologize and say I am sorry because you feel a little bit shame over what you did, perhaps they are yelling at you or not listening to you, in which case you bury a little bit of that emotion in that moment. You bury a little bit of shame in this case, and you do it in only one way that is possible: through the ego attaching itself to something as to be detached a little bit from what it is that you are experiencing internally within yourself. In this situation, what you truly and deeply need is your own acceptance over this shame, so that it can be worked out and worked through you. The universe wants to work these things out through you, but we don't allow ourselves, and we say that, no, I learned in my past. Perhaps you're not consciously aware of exactly how you became a person that is very attached to outcomes, to trying to improve your life, to trying to raise my vibration. Perhaps you don't understand why you seek achievement, you seek to be the best, you seek to control things. It slowly happened. As you slowly started to reject certain parts about yourself. You slowly started to believe that I cannot experience what I'm experiencing right now, because that means that there are things going on within my environment that is going to react in a way that makes me feel like I am not acceptable, that I am not lovable. And that is what creates this self-worth and self-love wound within each and every single individual on this planet. which is the beginning of the separation that happens from source, from God, from consciousness, through you. Because you are that. Through who you are. And what every person on this planet needs is not that next promotion, or that next girlfriend or boyfriend, or that situation that I really want to happen. Because when you are deeply connected to who you are, you just have everything that you could ever wish for. And then the ego can move out of the way. Because the ego was only ever there trying to get things, trying to control things, because you signed yourself up for a matrix of a reality to be attached to, because it always served as a detachment from yourself. And then we think that what I need in my life is love from this person. What I need in my life is this thing. You don't need that shit. That's where so many people go wrong. We don't need anything outside of ourselves. Everything that we could ever possibly need first starts within ourselves. It starts here, through our own acceptance and allowance to be who we are. Our own acceptance and allowance to exist as we are. And I know that it's extremely uncomfortable to exist as you are, without your attachments, as you are rejecting at all times what it is that you are experiencing. You know, nobody is truly, consciously, perhaps aware of the fact that they're experiencing a lot of pain right now. That they're going through something that is very challenging, because we're just so used to it. We're just so used to always being in pain. The pain of our own beliefs. That keeps this very dark and challenging energy always trapped within us. Because through our beliefs of not feeling like we deserve to be who we are, not deserve to experience what we're experiencing, we get lost in all of these things that we do that also manifests all of the challenges that we're going through in our lives. The pure essence of who you are, through the acceptance of who you are, in this moment, as it is right now, without trying to change what you're experiencing, without trying to do something about it, leads you back into your heart, into your soul, into source, into who you actually are. But in order to do this, the ego must first die. What does it mean for the ego to die? The ego was only ever there to keep you attached to things, as to not feel what you're experiencing. The ego dies when you allow yourself to feel again. When you allow yourself to be without a reason. When you allow yourself to exist just as you are. And in that, you also find your clarity. You find your understanding about who you are, what you want to do in life, what your next move is. You connect back to your excitement. It's so easy to understand what I'm supposed to be doing with my life from this point, because I just feel that I should be doing this. I go for it because I don't question my own sense of self-worth or self-love. Of course, obviously, I deserve to also do this. This is what I'm good at. This is what I love doing. You know, I was confused for so many years of my life, thinking that if only I achieve this thing, then everything is gonna work itself out. There is no point in the future that can ever give you what you seek. That can only ever be done in the present moment right now. If you want to start this journey, I have my free 30-minute subconscious success course. And if you like this video, make sure to subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.